September 7, 2014, from Reliant Stadium in Houston, Texas. It was the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. This game was all defense early, as neither team scored in the first quarter and deep into the second. But then, with just over 6 minutes left before halftime, Alfred Morris set up a TD with a 21-yard run that led to a 1-yard touchdown run on the next play by Darrel, which put the first points on the scoreboard in this game, with it now 7-0 Washington. On the very next drive, the Texans responded with a huge 76-yard touchdown pass from Fitzpatrick to DeAndre Hopkins, and this game was tied at 7. Then on Washington's next possession, a blocked punt led to 7 more points as Houston had Alfred Blue recover the ball, and it made it 14-6 Texans. That would be in the first half, and on the first drive of the second half, RG3 fumbled the ball, and J.J. Watt recovered as the Redskins were threatening and had made it all the way down to the Houston 7-yard line. The Texans would punt, and the Redskins' next drive, they turned the ball over as well for the second consecutive drive. This time it was Niles Paul fumbling after the catch as he was blown up by Swearinger, and Lewis recovered for Houston. The Texans would bring the third to a close, but less than 2 minutes into the fourth, it was Houston who would fumble as Arian Foster coughed it up after a hit from Kerrigan, and Robinson recovered for Washington. The Redskins would end up punting the ball as neither team capitalized on the fumbleitis of the second half, and the Texans, however, would march into field goal range on the next possession, and Randy Bullock kicked a 42-yarder to make it 17-6 at the 2-minute warning, and that would be the final score as the Texans end their losing streak dating back to last year by getting 2014 off to a good start as they win this game with the final score once again 17-6. And in this game, RG3 was 29 for 37 with 267 passing yards, 3 carries, and only 2 rushing yards, along with 2 fumbles. Ryan Fitzpatrick was 14 for 22 with 206 passing yards and 1 passing touchdown and 1 fumble. Arian Foster had 27 carries with 103 yards and a fumble, so he reached the century mark. Alfred Morris was 9 yards shy of the century mark as he had 14 carries and 91 yards. Andre Johnson had 6 receptions for 93 yards, and DeAndre Hopkins had 4 receptions for 89 yards and a touchdown. And the leading tackler in this game was Jonathan Joseph with 11 solo tackles, and J.J. Watt had 3 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for losses, and 5 QB hits. So the Texans beat the Redskins 17-6 in Week 1.